Get ready to hear the truth about America. A news show that isn't allergic to the facts. The Bold Conservative. Now, here's your host, James Ledbetter.
Welcome to another edition of the Bold Conservative Show. I'm James Ledbetter, your host. Hang on to your MAGA hats because this is going to be something that I feel strongly about. So, last night, a man opens fire on a BLM protest and hitting two people, and one of the people didn't make it. And this is what we're dealing with in the U.S. now. Believe it or not, this is what we're dealing with. So the video was broadcast on a social media post showing a live stream showing a man opening fire as people ran for safety at the park in Kentucky last night, where demonstrators, and I put quotation because I don't know what was going on at that protest, had gathered over the death of black woman Breonna Taylor. And here in America, we are for peaceful protests. But you have to understand something. People are getting tired of their car windows being shattered. People are tired of their businesses being destroyed by fire. Now, there's two different types of people that are protesting for Black Lives Matter. You have the peaceful protesters that don't want to riot, that don't want to steal things. And then you have the people who have hijacked the movement and are burning down buildings, shattering car windows, and destroying things. All over America, you have groups, hordes of black people and white people jumping on people, beating them up. And I'm to the point now to where I'm tired of seeing all these people getting beat up. If you would fight, if you would ball your fist up and knock the teeth out of the mouth of the first one that lunges at you, the rest of them would probably run 9 times out of 10, because they don't want to get beat up, but they want to beat you up because you're not fighting back. So here's the gist, okay? A man has been shot at a protest in Louisville against the death of black woman Breonna Taylor. And they're just repeating themselves over and over again. I guess they're trying to emphasize. So another clip showed at least one person on the ground bleeding. A second person was also thought to have been taken to the hospital with injuries described by police as non-life-threatening. Police are investigating, but no information has been released about arrests or victims, and that's from Sky News. So the thing is, you have Americans, not necessarily Republicans, not necessarily Democrats, but you have Americans, both Republicans and Democrats, tired of their businesses being destroyed. They're tired, they're tired of people destroying their property that they worked hard for. So you're going to see more and more of this. When everybody in America has had enough, they're going... Look, gun sales have exploded. There's people left wing, right wing. Everybody's starting to buy guns because of this defund the police thing. When you defund the police, you get lawlessness. And when you get lawlessness, you have law-abiding citizens ready to take up arms and protect themselves and their family and their property. So when you have a horde of black men running up on a white man and beating the tar out of him just because he's white, that's a hate crime. But none of these people are being charged with hate crimes. Explain this to me. Because if it was a group of white men ganging up and beating up one black guy, it would be deemed a hate crime. The media would be all over it. Everybody would be in awe that this happened. Come on, man. But you have groups of, and it's not only black guys. It's a bunch of white, entitled, nerdy liberals running around like they're in a gang, beating people up. Come on, man. People are going to get tired of this. You know this just as well as I do. I'm already getting tired of seeing it. And I'm starting to tell people you need to ball your fists up and start fighting back. You need to hit the first one that lunges at you. You need to hit them as hard as you can. I'm sick of this. Now, the Louisville mayor, Greg Fisher, says, I am deeply saddened by the violence that erupted in Jefferson Square Park tonight, where those who had been voicing their concerns have been gathered. Now, this may have been a peaceful protest. May be. A lot of the things that happens at these things aren't videoed. Or let's just say the protesters aren't going to release video on social media that's going to condemn their movement. So if you had people trying to beat this guy up, and this guy just had enough of it and pulled his gun and started shooting people, that's what the Second Amendment is for. The Second Amendment is for tyrants, to defend yourself against tyrants, lawless idiots. Now, I don't know if that happened at this gathering or not, but the Louisville mayor says it is tragic that this area of peaceful protest is now a crime scene. How does he know? He wasn't even there. Half of the things that's going on at these things aren't even on video. So if a white guy with a MAGA hat just so happens to walk through there trying to get home, you mean to tell me that not a single one of these protesters would jump on him and beat him up? Come on, man. This ain't a peaceful protest. There are conditions. There are conditions to it being a peaceful protest. If you leave them alone and let them steal, let them rob, let them do whatever they want to do, then it'll stay a peaceful protest according to them. But if somebody stands against their behavior, it turns violent. That's what happens every single time, and people are getting tired of it. Americans, Democrats, Republicans, they're getting tired of it. You see black folks getting tired of it. You see white folks getting tired of it. This BLM movement is not what it was originally intended to be. It's not. Now it's just a bunch of thugs running around playing the knockout game, or you know, let's loot and let's break into this person's store and let's steal everything that this person has. Let's ruin this person, and we get to walk around with a new pair of sneakers. That's what it's about. You can call me whatever you want, but that's the truth. I could care less what people think about me. That's why I call myself the bold conservative. It's that simple. So this Louisville mayor, Greg Fisher, is only saying this because he's scared of the backlash. If people would start speaking out against this garbage, it would stop. Seriously, stop bending the knee. Stop giving in to these ridiculous people that are demanding ridiculous things like defund the police. When you defund the police, gun sales rise. When you defund the police, crime rises. That's what happens. Lawlessness abounds. And that's my take on this. I thank you all for listening. I pray each and every one of you have a blessed day.